Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yeah, so glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to see it, yes, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh tall boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Camelot Bowl here in Collinsville. I am Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the K-Hawk Sports Network as we dive into some K-Hawk bowling action for the first time in almost 2 years as your Collinsville K-Hawks get ready to take on the Belleville West Maroons. And welcome once again into the pregame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Chiropractic Works owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or give them a call at 343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. And again, my name is Todd Duke. Glad that you are with us here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. We'll have a few of these bowling matches sprinkled in this year. Got a girls match, I think, coming up a week from tomorrow that we'll bring you, and then we'll sprinkle in a couple of the girls and the boys as we get going here. So right now, both of these teams come in at 0-1, Belleville West and Collinsville. Collinsville playing in just a few more tournaments so far than Belleville West has. Collinsville, coached by Sean Hay in his 22nd year as the Collinsville K-Hawk bowling head coach. He comes into the year with a record of 191, 85, and 1. Not really sure how you get a tie in bowling, but yeah, that's the record that Coach Sean Hay has. Dale Strom, he is the coach of Belleville West. I believe that he is in his 7th year. IHSA website is a little sketchy on that part of things, but anyway, Dale Strom is the head coach of Belleville West. They have played just one tournament this season at Salem, and the varsity team finished in 4th, and last week they opened the regular season of the Southwestern Conference portion of the season with a loss to Alton. And, of course, both of these teams have already taken part in half of the Southwestern Conference tournament. They have played 6 matches, and they have 6 more to go. That'll be coming up here later on during the season. Collinsville, well, they went 8-2 in the spring COVID-19 shortened season with the boys. And as far as Coach Hay is concerned, 12 times he has taken the Collinsville boys bowling team to state, took 3rd place in the 2002-2003 season. And with no playoffs last year because of COVID, the Kahawks saw their 3-year run of 3 straight regional championships get interrupted. This year, the Kahawks have finished in 6th place in their own tournament. That's the Zach LeCure tournament, excuse me if I got that wrong. The Invitational. Out of 10 teams, Collinsville finished 5th. And this past weekend in the Plainfield tournament, out of 39 teams, Collinsville finished in 6th place. And then they lost their first regular season opener at Belleville East last week. We'll take a little bit of a closer look into these 2 tournaments as we move along here. But first, we're going to take our first break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. And when we come back, we will talk things over live. This is one of the only sports that I actually get to do my pregame interview live with the coach. And that would be Sean Hay, and that will be coming your way right after a timeout here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show on the Kahok Sports
At
Network.
Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500. Chapman Trucking LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back to Camelot Bowl here in Collinsville as we get you set for this matchup on the boys' side between Collinsville and Belleville West. And joining us now is Collinsville's head coach, Sean Hay. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for coming out and doing this.
No problem, man. So let's jump back in the Wayback Machine, which we don't want to, and talk about the year 2020, which nobody ever wants to. How did you get through that season, and more importantly, how has it affected going forward with this season?
Sure. The 2020 season, obviously the 19-20, we just got in, so we were able to do state and everything for that. So that was fortunate for that group. Last year's group was not so fortunate. We were able to get some playing time in. We were able to go through a season, but we obviously had to cut it short. We couldn't do a formal state finals run. So we did set something up called the Southern Shootout, and we did everything. All the southern area schools culminated at the end and did a elimination round. So we tried to give those kids something resembling what would be a state series, but obviously without the rest of the state participating, it wasn't exactly what we wanted, but it was something for them, especially for our seniors. As far as how it's affected, with the very compact season we had very few opportunities for practice. We were doing lots of matches, which is cool, and our team was a little bit more experienced last year, so that was fine, but it really hurts with the JV players not getting as much practice time.
Right.
It also hurts with the middle school not getting the practice time as well. So a lot of teams are in rebuilding years, kind of. It just depends on who they had on their varsity roster for this year. But our JV programs are needing a little bit more work, which honestly I'm okay with. I really like the challenge of that. That's kind of what I got into this. And well, we had traditionally had things set up to keep coming, and then so just the bump in the road gives us a chance to restart some of that, and I look forward to it, honestly.
Yeah, obviously no playoffs when that whole shutdown happened either, and no tournaments, and that's a real big bulk of some of the things that you guys do.
Oh, we do tournaments all the time. That's where you really learn this game. For 3 games, you can get lucky and then think you've got everything figured out, but state finals with 12 games, you need to see the end of a tournament. You need to see those patterns. You need to see that breakdown and learn how not to panic and play the lanes in ways you never thought you could. So,
all right, so flash forward. Here we are, 2021-22 season. Tell us a little bit about your team.
I have a very junior-heavy team. Actually, for the boys, we have 2 seniors, one Cole Benson and Evan Flowers. Evan Flowers was bowled for us in middle school and didn't bowl for us for the next 3 years, and then came out his senior year, and he actually throws a really, really good ball. He has to learn some of the mental stuff that he would have gotten along those 3 years, but he's a smart kid, and I think he'll catch up on that. Cole is our inspiration. He's our rock of our team. He's the one who leads through his examples. He doesn't get a lot of bowling time, but I'm telling you right now, he is the heart and soul of our team. So we're super proud to have him here. As far as the rest of the team, our juniors, we did have one not come out, and so we were one down from experience. But we do have Brandon Campbell, Mason Foley, Connor Hartman, and Cole Buckman all really making solid contributions up to this point, and their game is progressing every time we hit the lane. So that's our goal: get a little bit better each time and see where we end up. And we did. We vaulted a whole bunch this weekend. So I was pretty happy to see what they were able to do this weekend, and it's let me know that they're on track to be a Collinsville team.
Yeah, and you have already played in a number of tournaments. You had your own tournament. You had the Southwestern Conference tournament. You had the Plainfield tournament. And then you finally opened up play against Belleville East.
Yes. Oh, we also had a Heron tournament.
Yeah.
So,
okay. There's another tournament.
The Southwest Conference tournament, that's a 4-part series.
Right.
So we got half of that done, and we didn't do as well as we would have liked, but I think we're in a situation now. I think when we get there in the middle of the season, that we'll be able to go forward a little bit with that. So looking forward to it, and again, all the tournaments have helped them learn. So.
Yeah. How often have you played at home now?
This will be our first home match.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So we've done a lot of bowling not here.
Right. So and how much does that affect you? This is where you guys practice, right?
True, but we don't always practice on a fresh shot. So
right.
And we don't shoot games in practice anyway. We come out and we basically do drills and things like that. So we treat this almost like we would if we walked into any other house.
All right. So up to this point in the season, how is your team doing?
They are doing exceptionally well with the goals that we set. Now, if you look on paper, you know, we haven't won any tournaments. We haven't we lost last week against Belleville East. But, like I said, the goals we set was to improve each week. And then for me as a coach, I like to make, if we have 2 bowlers doing well and the other bowlers picking it up, by the end of the season, we'd like all 5 bowlers firing. Yeah. And actually a bench player ready to go too.
Yeah.
So we are on track with that. This weekend, like I said, was huge. So
what 22nd year you've been doing this, man? What keeps you going?
Honestly, it's kind of cool. Every year has a different personality to it. And so I was just thinking about that today. This group is, some of them were, they were all around everybody last year, but they've taken in their own personality. And they're different on the lanes too, and you'll see that as compared to previous years. This is the first year without one of my kids on it for 6 years.
Yeah,
So,
I know. Yeah, that's different for
that's
you.
actually freeing for me because there's no worry about am I treating my kid fairly, am I treating my kid unfairly? That's kind of a thing, or giving them favoritism.
Well,
so I don't have to really watch that as much anymore.
No Hayes, but you got another Hartman.
In a different family. All the Hartmans have been different families. So
yeah.
It's kind of funny.
All right, let's talk about the girls for a minute. I know their season's not underway yet. When do they get started?
They get started this weekend, actually, with the tournament. In Triad, which used to be a home match, but now Triad bowls out of High Top. So we'll be going to High Top Bowl, which has not been on our schedule ever. So it's a new place for us, and a lot of them have bowled there on their own, but it's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, I got you guys on my schedule, I believe, for December 1st is when I'll be covering the girls' game.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, well, hey, thanks for the visit, and we'll talk to you after the 3 matches are over with.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. That is Sean Hay, the Collinsville Kahok head bowling coach, both the boys and the girls, but the boys get started a little bit before the girls do. So the boys will be first, and then here in about a little over a week, we will have the girls as well. So thanks to Sean Hay for visiting us with us on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. We are going to take a break. We'll let these guys get warmed up. They'll play the national anthem, and then we'll be off and running, and all that will come your way here in just a moment on the Kahok.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say the usual. So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than Elsie's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, Elsie's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. Elsie's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. Elsie's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And Elsie's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. Elsie's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at Elsie's Pub. Elsie's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahawk Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
And once again, we welcome you back here to Camelot Bowl in Collinsville. I am Todd Duke here on the Kahok Sports Network. Glad that you are with us. First time we have done a bowling match since I believe, what was it, January of 2020? So right at the beginning of 2020, I think was the last match that we did, as we didn't have anything in 2021, or the 2021 season, that is. That's just a guess on my part. I haven't had a chance to go back and look. Don't even know if I could go back and look if I wanted to. All right, looks like I'm about right there. All right, so as I get set up on my perch here, as these guys are finishing up practicing, we will give you the rundown on who is actually bowling this afternoon. Collinsville will start off with Mason Foley. It's a big-time junior versus junior matchup here, except for the one senior that's starting for Collinsville. But junior Mason Foley will be going up against Belleville West junior Nathan Cummins. Mason Foley has a average of 187, while Cummings has an average of 191. Next up, you will see senior Evan Flowers for Collinsville. Evan has a average score of 189 so far this season, and he will be up against junior Zach Bargainer. And Zach has no stats to speak of, so I'm not sure if this is going to be his first match or if they just forgot to put him on the stat sheet. Third bowler of the night for Collinsville will be Connor Hartman. He is a junior, and he comes in with a average of 191 on the year, and he will be opposed by junior Emilio Renteria for Belleville West, and Emilio comes in with an average of 182. Fourth bowlers of the day for Collinsville, you will see junior Ben Sloan. He comes in with an average of 202, and wouldn't you know it, the bowler against him for Belleville West, one Coy Birch, is also averaging 202. And then we'll round out the starting five for each team. Collinsville will send out junior Brandon Campbell. Brandon has an average of 201 on the year, and he will go up against Carter Grancolas. And Carter comes in with an average of 205 on the year. So the averages are real similar along the lines here for both of these teams. Now, Collinsville, they're just coming off of the Plainfield North Strike Fest tournament. They took fifth, 145 pins behind Joliet West. There were 39 teams in that Plainfield North Strike Fest, and Collinsville took fifth place. Collinsville competed in the gold division, the highest individual finish for Collinsville. The two juniors we just spoke of, Brandon Campbell was 14th overall, 1,267 pins. He was 129 pins behind the individual champ from Manuka. And Cole Buckman, who finished in 15th, just 3 pins behind his teammate Brandon Campbell with 1,264. So not a bad finish in a tournament that has 39 teams in it. So we're kind of anxious to get things going here and see how this team is going to tackle just their second normal matchup of the year. They lost to Belleville East last week to open up the Southwestern Conference portion of the schedule, and Belleville West lost to Alton in their first matchup. So both of these schools, just their second match outside of tournaments, and we will see how this one goes. All right, final timeout coming your way. We'll be back with some bowling for you in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. Once again, welcome back to Camelot Bowl. I'm Todd Duke. We are just about ready to go here between Collinsville and the Belleville West. A little Southwestern Conference matchup for you. Always fun in the Southwestern Conference. And I really hope that my audio is matching up with my video. Normally my camera is 1 second behind, but it appears that it's a little bit more. So I've got it set at 3 seconds, but I'm sure that you will all let me know if something is off. And you can do that just by shooting a little chat line there on the game that you're watching. So we are just about ready to go. Only one other game for you this week as we get ready to go against Thanksgiving here. We'll have hockey for you tomorrow against Belleville also. But no Belleville West, Belleville East in the world of hockey. It's just Belleville. And we'll have that game for you tomorrow from the McKendree Recplex. That is a 9 o'clock start, and then we don't have anything again until the following Tuesday, also against Belleville, also a 9 o'clock start, and also at the McKendree Recplex. Mason Foley is getting ready to go here on lane 18. Stephen Law for Emilio Renteria. Okay. So, yeah, all righty, right off the bat, we're going here on something else, something. Nathan Cummins on the other side got 9 on his first ball, and Mason Foley answers that with a strike on his first ball. So now Cummins, who's bowling right now over on lane 17, gets that one, and I don't know if that one bounced off of the gutter first or if it got the pin right before it did. At any rate, that's a spare against a strike. Here is Zach Barganer for Collinsville, and he's on 18, and he picks up a strike. So back-to-back strikes to start off with Collinsville. And that's a nice start for the old Kahawks here. Evan Flowers gets a strike. Barganer is yet to throw over on 17. I'll get this right here in a minute. It's like backwards on my list. Belleville West is on the left and Collinsville's on the right, but on my list, Collinsville's on the left and Belleville's on the right. All right, here is Connor Hartman. And Hartman starts off with a strike. So the Kahawks, their first 3 bowlers pick up a strike, and Zach Barganer does the same thing for Belleville West. So the Kahawks now will rely on Ben Sloan. And Sloan on 18 lets it rip. And he will leave one standing. Here is Stephen Law over on 17 for Belleville West. He picks up a strike, so 2 strikes. They did not count that ball that hit off the gutter for Mason Foley, or excuse me, for Nathan Cummins. So he just picked up a 9 and then a miss on that first one. So already an open frame for Belleville West, and here comes Ben Sloan. He's going to pick up that one last pin there, and he does so. Over on lane 17, that is Coy Birch Barnard. And he'll leave 1 pin as well. Here's Brandon Campbell for Collinsville on 18. And Brandon knocks down 8, leaves up 2. And here is Birch, and he'll pick up his spare for Belleville West. So Brandon Campbell getting ready to throw the last ball down, 18 for Collinsville. As Carter Grandicolas does on 17, he'll have 1 more left. Brandon Campbell now ready to throw his on 18, and that'll wrap up the first frame for Collinsville. And Campbell will not pick up his spare. And Carter Grandicolas will throw over on 17, and he'll end this first frame. And he'll end it with a spare. So at the end of 1, it's tied 49-49. We had 4 10s and a 9 on both sides. Collinsville started off with 4 straight 10s and then picked up the 9, and then Belleville West will start off with the 9 and then pick up the 10s. Now we switch lanes, and here is Nathan Cummins on 18, and he'll pick up a strike. As Mason Foley readies himself on 17 for the Kahawks. Junior varsity is playing here. They're on lanes 19 and 20. You can probably see part of that going on the right side of your screen, as Foley was only managed to knock down 7. And over here on lane 18, Barganer is also looking for his second strike. He started off the last frame with a strike. Here is Mason Foley on 17. And he'll take care of the rest of those for a spare. As Barganer does the same on 18. Evan Flowers, the senior, the only senior playing in this first match for either team. He lets it go on 17, and he's riding a strike on his first shot, but now he's going to have a tougher time to pick that up as he leaves up the 1-3-6 on one side and then the 7 pin on the other. And a gutter ball off of the hands of Stephen Law. That might come back to hurt a little later. Evan Flowers on 17 trying to pick up this spare. He'll take care of the 1-3-6 and leave the 7 standing. Now here is Law on 18 trying to pick up a spare himself. And he almost does it. Leaves that 10 pin standing up there. So he takes care of 9 of the 10 after missing on the first try. Here is Connor Hartman on 17 for Collinsville. He'll have himself a split. He's got himself a good 9-7 split there. Here is Coy Birch on 18. And he'll pick up a strike. Birch picked up a strike after opening with a spare. And now Grandicolas for Belleville West is ready to close out the second frame for Collinsville, as Connor Hartman tries to pick up this split over here on 17. Here is his try. He'll pick up the 9 pin, leave the 7. Here is Grandicolas. He picks up a strike. Now Ben Sloan over on 17 for Collinsville. Kahok still are 2 bowlers behind Belleville West here, so Maroons will have to wait as they switch lanes after every frame. And leaving the 7 pin up was Sloan, with Brandon Campbell due up next for Collinsville. Here is Sloan trying to pick up that 7 pin. He does. And now Brandon Campbell. Campbell working off of a open frame in the first. Got the first 8 down, couldn't pick up the spare. Got one of the 2 that were left. And now Campbell lets it go here in the second, and he does so with a strike. Nicely done. After 2 frames in the book, 137 to 134. Belleville West has the lead by a measly 3 pins. So we'll switch sides again. Here is Nathan Cummins over on 17 for the Maroons, and he picks up another strike. There's 2 strikes in a row for Cummins. Here's Mason Foley on 18 for Collinsville, working on a strike and a spare. And he will have to try for another spare. Zach Bargender over on 17 for the West Maroons. He'll pick up a strike. Back-to-back strikes to start off frame number 3 here for the Maroons. Barganier on 17, and, that was Stephen Law. Law leaves up 1. Here's Foley trying to pick up a spare. And he'll throw it in the gutter. The Maroons are kind of lapping the Kahawks here as far as bowlers are concerned with these strikes. Collinsville, that last frame got 1 strike, so they had to bowl twice. Every bowler did except for 1. Meanwhile, on the Maroon side, they had 3 strikes, so they only had to wait on 2 to throw both of them down the lane. Here is a spare for Law, and here is Evan Flowers for Collinsville, and he'll pick up a strike. Much needed strike, by the way. Collinsville has 5 strikes altogether, while Belleville West already has 7. So that will bring up Connor Hartman over here on 18. Hartman lets it rip down 18, and he'll pick up a strike. Here is Coy Birch on 17 for Belleville West. He'll give himself a, whoa, it almost fell. Nope, split it is. Ben Sloan. Couple of splits on both 17 and 18. Here's Birch trying for his. And he'll take care of that 5 pin, and that's it. A little bit of a tougher task over here for Ben Sloan as Carter Grandicolas throws down 17 first. And he'll come up a little short of that head pin and leave 3 standing. Sloan down 18. Trying for the 2 on the side. He'll pick him up. Almost got that 4 pin to slide on over to take care of that 10 pin, but just missed. One more for Grandicolas on 17. And he'll pick up his spare. And now Brandon Campbell over here on 18 will close out frame number 3 in this first match. Here's Campbell. He'll pick up a strike. Back-to-back strikes for Campbell. And after 3 complete frames, the Maroons have a lead 225 to 206. Nathan Cummins leading things off on lane 18 for the Maroons. He'll leave up 1, and that would be the 8 pin. 4 pin, excuse me. Mason Foley over on 17 for Collinsville. Yeah, oh, I thought he almost had them all down. Left that 10 pin standing. Cummins picks up his spare on 18. And now Mason Foley trying the same over here on 17. but not before Barganier goes over on 18, and he'll wipe out half of them. He'll take out the left side, leave the right side standing. Now here's Foley trying to pick up his spare on 17. He does. Oh, yeah, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Here is Barganier over on 18. He picks up his spare. And senior Evan Flowers on 17 for Collinsville. He'll leave up a sleeper. Stephen Law on 18 for Belleville West. He'll leave 3 all on the right-hand side. I had my bowling pins backwards. Now I'm right. Flowers on 17 has that sleeper. Has that 2-8 going on. So I need a head forward hit, and he'll tick and tick. Nice job. Only one. Picked up over here by Law. That'll bring up Coy Birch for Belleville West. And Connor Hartman for Collinsville. First, Hartman on 17. Strike. Here is Coy Birch on 18. Strike. So Ben Sloan comes up on 17 for Collinsville. Sloan is the 4th of the 5 bowlers for Collinsville. And he will take care of 9 of them. And here is Carter Grancolas on 18. He is the 5th and final bowler for Belleville West. They've stayed a little bit ahead of the game here compared to Collinsville, and that's why with all these strikes. Sloan, he'll try to pick up this spare, and then we can hope that Brandon Campbell can finish up this frame for Collinsville with a strike. Here is Sloan on 17. Good to go. And now Brandon Campbell over on 17 will close out frame number 4. Campbell lets her rip. That's the way to get out of that one a little bit earlier. Strike. And we will head to the 5th frame, and right now the Maroons lead 319 to 296. So Collinsville trailing by 23 pins right now. Here is Cummings over on 17, picking up another strike. And for Cummings, that is 3 strikes out of his first 5 frames. Mason Foley stepping on 18 for Collinsville. He'll take that one from one side of the head pin to the other side and leave the 5 pin. Bargainer. Whoa, gets a strike out of that when he almost had himself a 7-10 split looking at him. Mason Foley trying to pick up a spare. If he does, it'll be his 2nd in a row. And 3 of his first 5 frames will be a spare. First, here is Stephen Law, and he'll pick up a strike for Belleville West. As Foley, the first bowler for Collinsville, still trying to get out of his frame, and he'll miss it and take an open frame. Meanwhile, here's Coy Birch on 17. He'll leave up 3. Evan Flowers up on 18 for Collinsville. Nicely done. Coy Birch trying to pick up his spare on 17 for the Maroons. And he does. Connor Hartman for Collinsville on 18. Wow, hit that head pin right on, and I think he had the same thing happen to him on 17, just mirrored. There's a strike by Grand Colas for Belleville West, and they are now done with their 5th frame. Collinsville still has to finish up here with Connor Hartman, and we still have Ben Sloan and Brandon Campbell yet to throw. First up, Connor Hartman. Got himself a 3-6-10 on the right side with the 7 pin over on that left side. And he'll just pick up the 1. So the Cahoks are struggling here a little bit in this first matchup. Ben Sloan's turn, the junior. And he'll let her fly on 18. He also takes care of the left side, leaves up that right side, 3-6-10. At least he doesn't have the 7. Sloan ready for his spare attempt here on 18. And only got the 1. Collinsville's fallen into a little bad luck here. So Brandon Campbell up. Campbell right now has a turkey, trying to make it 4 in a row. Here is Brandon Campbell on 18. And he will pick up 4 strikes in a row. So we head to the 6th frame. And Collinsville has gotten a little closer after that 5th frame. Cahoks only trail now by 10 pins, 409 to 399. We switch sides. And leading things off will be Nathan Cummins over here on 18 for the Lancers, or excuse me, the Maroons. Got Belleville on the brain. Cummins picks up a strike. Coach Hay talking to his boys. So we're in a little bit of a delay for Collinsville over on 17. Meanwhile, Barganier is ready to go on 18 for the Maroons. Uses that 2-handed spinner and leaves the 8-pin standing. Coach's pep talk is over. Mason Foley's ready to go on 17, but he'll let Barganier take care of his 1 pin on 18, or at least attempt to, and he does. Now Mason Foley's ready to go. And here is his attempt. Just to the left of that head pin and leaves the 5-pin standing. Here is Law. Stephen Law for Belleville West. Circles it in there, and at the last second got that 7-pin to drop. Mason Foley ready to try to pick up his 5-pin over here on lane 7. And he does. Coy Birch on 18. Takes care of all of them. Coy's younger brother Keegan playing on the JV team as a freshman. Coy is a junior. Here is Evan Flowers, and Flowers will take a strike. Second in a row for Flowers. He now has 4 here in this first match. Carter Grancolis over on 18 for Belleville West. He'll take it, let it rip, and he'll take care of all of them. And Connor Hartman ready to let go his first ball over on 17. And somehow or another, he manages to get a strike out of that. They had that 3-6-10 standing up again, and somehow the 6-pin got knocked over, and when it did, it kind of did one of those spinning things, and it took care of the 10 and the 3 before it slowed down. So here is Ben Sloan for Collinsville. Sloan down 17. A little bit off to the right. He'll leave up 4. So Sloan over on 17. Belleville West is finished with their 6th frame. They had 4 strikes and a spare in that 6th. And a nice spare pickup there by Ben Sloan. That leaves everything up to Brandon Campbell. Right now, Collinsville has 2 strikes and 2 spares. Campbell may be able to somewhat keep pace here with a strike. And here is Campbell's try down 17. And he does. Nicely done, sir. So we head to the 7th frame. Belleville West still in the lead, 519 to 479. Man, went from 10 pins down to almost 40, over 40. 38. That's not over 40, Todd. It's 38. Here's Cummins on 17 for Collinsville, and he is on a roll. 3 strikes in a row now for him. That's a turkey. He had 2 in a row earlier. Here is Mason Foley on 18 for Collinsville. He will leave up 1. Pesky pin. Barganier over on 17 for Belleville West. Maroons are just throwing up strikes, man. That's 4 now for Zach. Meanwhile, Mason Foley trying to find the right ball to pick up this 9-pin. Meanwhile, over on lane 17, the Maroons just continue to throw. Foley grabbed the wrong ball. Must be it. Here is Birch over on 17. He'll leave up a sleeper. Evan Flowers on 18 for Collinsville. It's that curve going on and got everything but that 10-pin. Here's Birch over on 17. He'll get that lead pin, but couldn't get the sleeper behind it. 2-8 sleepers, man. You gotta hit those sleepers just right or they won't fall for you. Evan Flowers trying to pick up that 10-pin, and he'll miss. Man, oh man. Foley and Flowers had 1 pin on their spare attempts, and they both missed. And the same, oh, well, that one fell down in the back. Almost the same thing that Birch had. Grancolis almost had the same thing, but at the last moment, the 8-pin dropped. There's Ben Sloan for Connor Hartman for Collinsville. There you go. Grancolis on 17. ends the 7th frame for his team. Meanwhile, Ben Sloan comes up on 18 for the Kahawks. Nice ball, but still left that one standing. He must have a light ball. I didn't even barely hear that thing hit the lane when he lets it go. Sloan on 18 has one pin to pick up, that pesky 8 pin. He'll take care of it. And then Brandon Campbell once again. It seems like every time Campbell's up, he's bowling by himself. Campbell's ready. See a lot of two-handed bowling these days. Here's Campbell. Very little movement on his ball, and he picks up a strike. He's happy about that. And at the end of 7, and that's, I believe, 5 in a row now for Campbell. 6, excuse me. 6 in a row for Campbell. And Collinsville now trails 646 to 593. We switch sides. And it looks like we have replaced Mason Foley with Cole Buckman, excuse me. Takes the place of Mason Foley midway through this game. And now Evan Flowers is up after Buckman, starts off with a strike. And Cummings answers as well. Now Evan Flowers for Collinsville. He'll leave that 8 pin up. That 8 pin's been tough. Zach Barganier on 18 for the Maroons. He'll get a strike. Flowers trying to pick up this pin on 17. He misses. That brings up Connor Hartman on 17 for Collinsville. Meanwhile, Stephen Law ready to go on 18 as he waits for his JV counterpart to finish up on 19. Here is the throw down 18 for Law. He'll leave up the 10 pin. Connor Hartman on 17 for Collinsville. Hartman has very little movement on that ball. Did strike the head pin, but just got it on the right-hand side, and that leaves up 4. While Law goes for the 10 pin over here on 18. And he just barely misses. Hartman has a whole gaggle of pins to pick up down on 17. The 2, 4, 5, and 8. Here's his try. And he'll just get 2. Kahok's having a hard time picking up spares here tonight. Here is Birch on 18 for Belleville West, and he will pick up another strike. 4th strike for Birch. Here is Ben Sloan on 17 for Collinsville. He'll leave the 10 pin. Grand Colas on 18 for the Maroons. I like the fact that they have their names on the backs of their bowling shirts. As Grand Colas knocks them all down, here is Ben Sloan trying to pick up that 10 pin. He does. And again, Brandon Campbell will close out the frame. See, if they do some switches, I already got names on the backs. Got a couple of guys over here on the JV side that have their names on the backs. Probably a little back and forth JV varsity action. Here's Brandon Campbell riding 6 strikes in a row. Going for 7 here on 17, and he will leave up that 8-pin. So his string of 6 in a row comes to a close. Started off by hitting 8 pins on his first try and only managed to get 1 of the 2 that were left. So he started off with an open frame and then followed it up with 6 straight strikes. And now Campbell trying to pick up this pesky 8-pin over here on 17 to end the 8th. Here's that try by Campbell, and he is successful, so at least he gets another mark. And we head to the 9th. Belleville West leading your Collinsville Kahawks 753 to 682. So a little work to do here for Collinsville with 2 frames left. Cole Buckman on lane 18, taking the place of Mason Foley. Mason wasn't feeling it, I guess. Buckman, he'll get a strike. And over on the other side, Cummins leaves up 3. So here is Evan Flowers. Chance for Collinsville to make their move here. Evan Flowers on 18. That 8-pin, man, oh man. Oh. Here's Cummins on 17. He'll knock down the rest and take care of his spare. And Evan Flowers over here on 17 trying to do the same. He'll take care of all of them. Will the Maroons bowler, and now Flowers just missed that 8-pin, man. Here is Stephen Law for Belleville West on 17. Open frames do not help the comeback effort. Law will leave 2 on the left side. 4 in the 7-pin. Here's Connor Hartman for Collinsville on 18. Man, sometimes you get frustrated with this game of bowling because you think those pins are glued. All the commotion flying all around the pins and it doesn't fall. Here's Law with his spare attempt on 17. He'll take care of that. On 18, Hartman trying to pick up that 10-pin. He does. Here's Birch on 17 for Belleville West. He'll leave the 10-pin as well. Sloan on 18 picks up a strike for Collinsville, much needed. Here's Birch trying to pick up his 10-pin on 17. He does. Now Brandon Campbell once again will close things out. Campbell just saw a string of 6 straight strikes come to a close in the 8th. Here he is in the 9th, and he will leave up another pin. Rancolas over on 17 picks up a strike, so Collinsville, unless they have some kind of a miracle comeback here, they're going to lose this first matchup, and they'll be forced to win the next one to go for a tiebreaker in the 3rd and final match. Brandon Campbell on 18. lets her fly, and he'll miss. So he'll have an open frame in the first and the ninth. Let's hope he can straighten it back out in the 10th, because we're going to the 10th, and Collinsville trails Belleville West almost by 100 points. Matter of fact, 101, 860 to 759. So we'll close things out with Collinsville on 17 and the Maroons on 18. And here is Cole Buckman, the senior, on 17. And he'll start things off with a strike and give himself a couple of bonus throws. Here's Cummins on 18. He'll do the same. Buckman, one strike. Going for a second. And he'll get a second. Try to close things out with a turkey. Another strike there for Cummins as well. Trying to keep up. Buckman on 17. His last throw of this first match. And he'll close it out with 3 straight strikes. And the combination of Foley-Buckman will end up with 192. And another strike for Belleville West, as Cummins ended up with a 235, so the head-to-head matchup, bowler number 1, was won by Belleville West. Now Flowers, he has a strike. Here's the second throw for Barganier. He'll pick up his second. Oh, you're all right. Flowers on 17. Looking for strike number 2. So far, nothing but strikes here in this 10th frame. I had to go and open my mouth, didn't I? Yeah. 9-pin stays up for Flowers. Here is Barganier going for another strike on 18, and he will pick it up. And Flowers will pick up his spare on 17, so he'll get 1 bonus. Barganier over on 18, ready to finish out his first match. It's on its way. And he could not strike out the 10th. Here is Connor Hartman. He'll hit a strike on his first try. 236 for Zach Barganier. So right now he has a 1-pin lead over his teammate Nathan Cummins. Evan Flowers for Collinsville finishes with a 163, so he loses that head-to-head matchup. Now we're at the head-to-head matchup with Stephen Law and Connor Hartman, and here is Law. On 18, he'll pick up a strike. Hartman over on 17, looking for his second strike here in the 10th. Here is that attempt. He'll be off to the left. He'll leave up 3. Have a chance at that spare. Law. He will leave himself up a couple. Last one of this first match for Hartman on 17. Hartman will only get 2 of the 3. And for Connor Hartman, he'll end up with a 169. Stephen Law trying to pick up his spare on 18, and he'll pick up 1 of the 2. And Law will end up with a 179. So only a 10-point or 10-pin win for Law over Hartman. Here's Ben Sloan against Coy Birch. Birch on 18. Sloan just got a strike. Here's Birch. And he'll leave one. Kind of a close matchup here between these two. Here's Sloan on 17. Did not hit that head pin. Birch on 18, trying to give himself one more throw before this one's over. He'll spin it and he'll miss it. So Birch will not get the extra ball, and he ends up with a 164. And Sloan already with a 172 has captured that head-to-head matchup. He only picks up one, though, on that last ball, and ends up with a 173. So only one head-to-head win here for Collinsville out of the first four bowlers. Here is Grandcolas on 18. He'll leave up the 9-pin. And Brandon Campbell who right now trails Grandcolas by 10 pins, but Campbell hasn't thrown a ball yet. Grandcolas has. Here comes Campbell. Campbell had 6 strikes in a row between the 2nd and the 8th. Here is Campbell in the 10th. He'll take a strike. So Grandcolas trying to pick up a spare to give himself one more throw, and he just got it on the left-hand side. So he'll get one more throw here. We already know that Campbell will get 2 more. Campbell ready to go on 17. Here is the junior, Brandon Campbell on 17. And he will pick up another strike. 8 strikes here in this first frame with 1 more to go. Last throw for Grandcolas, and he'll knock down 7 of the 10. And for Carter Grandcolas, he'll end up with a 225. So 1 more throw for Brandon Campbell. Campbell sitting at a 226, so Collinsville will win 2 of the 5 head-to-head matchups. But they will come out on the losing side of the match overall. Campbell. 1 more. Here it is. And he'll pick up a strike to close out the 10th. Well, there you go. How about 11 strikes in the first frame? Campbell ends up with a 236. Collinsville loses the first match. 1,039 for Belleville West and 933 for Collinsville. Standing up on this chair is a little rough to get down, man, when you've been standing there for a little bit. All right. Well, we have 1 match in the books, and unfortunately for you Collinsville Kahok fans, it is a win by the Maroons. So we head into the second frame, which will start here in just a moment, and the Maroons have themselves a 1-0 lead here after 1 match in the books. We will step aside and take a bit of a break here, and match number 2 will come your way here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. And once again, we welcome you back to Camelot Bowl here in Collinsville. I am Todd Duke. One matchup in the books already, and Belleville West came out on top of that one. Match number 2 is underway, but yours truly has to step aside for a second, so we'll just let you enjoy a little of the ambiance of Camelot Bowl, and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, I'm back. Back and better than ever. We are into matchup number 2. As soon as I get my bearings back here, try to catch everybody up on what's going on. Collinsville looks like they are trailing after one frame. But now that the second frame is already underway, those are partial scores of the second frame. So we'll just wait till after the second frame to give you the score and hope we can catch back up here. Zach Barganier over on 17 for Belleville West. He'll let it go. And he'll leave one standing. Cole Buckman over here on 18 He has taken the place of Mason Foley. And Buckman will pick up a spare to start off match number 2. Frame number 2 of match number 2. Evan Flowers now comes up on 18. Stephen Law ready to go on 17. First Flowers. Flowers takes care of all of them. Here is Law on 17. For the Maroons, he's a little bit off target, and he'll leave up the 1-2-4. Connor Hartman on 18 for Collinsville, and he'll take care of all of them. Law going for a spare on 17 for the Maroons, and he will pick that one up. So now Ben Sloan on 18 for Collinsville. Here is Sloan's try. He gets that one to go in there just at the last second, picks up a strike. Here is Birch on 17 for the Maroons, and he'll leave himself a split. Not an impossible split to pick up, not like it's a 7-10 split, it's just a 8-10 split. Can be done. Birch trying to do that on 17 right now. He'll take care of the 8-pin, 10-pin stays. Here is Brandon Campbell for Collinsville on 18. Now it appears is that Collinsville is ahead of Maroons here in this matchup. But they're side by side. Campbell's the 5th bowler for Collinsville. He'll leave up 2, and here comes Grand Colas for Belleville West, and his first ball will also, leave up 3. Thought the one behind was going to fall down, but that 8-pin doesn't like to go down. So a relatively easy split over here for Campbell to pick up as he leaves up the 3-10. And Campbell's ready to go. He'll just hit the 3 and the 10 stays up. Here's Grand Colas, and he's not happy. He only hits 1. You could tell when he walked away after he threw that ball, he wasn't happy. So that is the end of 2 frames here in this second match. And Collinsville trailing Belleville West, but just by 4 pins, 140 to 36. As we switch sides, and Collinsville will be throwing from 17. First up, Cole Buckman. Buckman come in with a 194 average, and he'll pick up a strike here in the beginning of frame number 3. And now Nathan Cummins will start off the frame for Belleville West here on 18. And he leaves himself a little bit of ugliness there. 7-pin all the way over on the left, and then the 3-6-10 on the right. Here is Evan Flowers for Collinsville on 17, and he'll pick up a strike. For Evan Flowers, he starts off this third match with a turkey. Here is Cummins on 18. He'll take out the 3 on the right and leave the 7-pin standing over there in the corner. Connor Hartman, meanwhile, on 17. Going for back-to-back strikes. He'll have to wait. So Zach Barganier on 18 for the Maroons. He'll leave himself the same split that Campbell had just a moment ago, and Campbell was only able to pick up the 3-pin. Here is Connor Hartman trying to pick up his spare on 17. Oh, thought he had that one. That one looked pretty good from my angle. So an open frame for Hartman. Here is Barganier. He threw one in the gutter. So he'll leave 2 standing. Couple open frames here. And here is Ben Sloan on 17 for Collinsville. Sloan lets her rip. He'll pick up a strike. Here is Stephen Law on 18 for Belleville West. He will pick up a strike. You get a strike and you get a strike. Everybody gets a strike. Except for me. Brendan Campbell on 17 for the Kahawks. Strike. Here is Coy Birch on 18 for the Maroons, and he'll leave up 2. Maybe. Well, didn't roll hard enough into that 6 pin. So Collinsville is finished with the 3rd frame. So this time it's Collinsville that's ahead of the game here. Here is Birch trying to pick up his spare. And he will. So Carter Grand-Colas is the last bowler here in the 3rd frame for the Maroons, and he'll let her rip down 18 right now. And he'll pick up a strike. So the 3rd frame comes to a close, and right now Collinsville with the lead, and it's increased 244 to 228 as we head into the 4th. Lots of bowling left to go here in this 2nd match. So don't rest on your laurels yet there, kiddos. Buckman on 18, but first, Cummins on 17. He'll just plow right through, and he'll leave up 3 on the left side and 2 on the right side. Here's Buckman on 18. Strike. Cummins over on 17 has a whole mess of pins, and he'll take out the 3 on the left side, leave the 6 and the 10 over on the right side. Meanwhile, Evan Flowers going for 4 strikes in a row to open up this 2nd set, and he does. At the last moment, man, that 9 pin fell down, but it took a minute. So 4 straight strikes to start off this 2nd matchup for Evan Flowers. Meanwhile, a sleeper on lane 17 for Barganier. Here is Connor Hartman for the Kahawks on 18. And Hartman will pick up a strike. Barganier trying to pick up that sleeper spare over on 17. Has that sideways action, and that's what happens, man. Get that spin on it. When a sleeper ball, man, you got to hit that first pin head on so it bowls right over that pin behind it. You come in from the side, and 9 times out of 10, you'll just nick the first pin on the side, and it'll go, but the other one will stay. Got a pin stuck over here in the gutter on 18. Sloan. Good. Law on 17. A little off to the right. He'll leave the 1-2 pin standing. 4 in a row for Ben Sloan to start off as well. So Sloan and Flowers have started off with 4 straight strikes here for Collinsville. And here is Brandon Campbell, who had 6 in a row in the first matchup. There you go. Get Brandon Campbell back on track here. Here is Law picking up his spare, or attempting to on 17, and he does. And now Coy Birch on 17 for Belleville West. He'll leave up one. Got a misfire over there on 17. Never did pick up the pin and sweep out the trash, and that's what we are waiting on now. Looks like lane 18's been shut off. So wacky stuff going on 17 and 18. JV kids over here are just throwing down, man. They are already in their seventh frame of their second game. Yeah, had to turn off lane 18 so they can go out and get that that pin out of the gutter. Now we turn off 17. Trying to clean up that mess. Well, I remind you tomorrow we're back to some more hockey. Collinsville versus Belleville, 2 Tuesdays in a row, both games at 9 p.m., both games from the McKendree Recplex. So the first one obviously will be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. That's fine with me. It's a late start, but you know what? I work for the school district, so I have the next 5 days off after that for Thanksgiving break. So I can sleep in on Wednesday. The following Tuesday, not so much. Here is Birch trying to pick up that spare on 17 now that we've got everything cleaned up. He does so. And we'll close out this fourth frame with Carter Grandcolas. Grandcolas on 17. Leaves that 10 pin. His try on 17 is thwarted. So we head to the fifth frame. Collinsville in the lead here in match number 2, 354 to 302, so a 52-pin lead. Just about halfway through with the second match. Collinsville dropped the first match. They dropped it with a 1,039 pins for Belleville West to 933 for Collinsville. Plus the Maroons won 3 out of the 5 head-to-head matches against their Kahok counterparts. So the first match goes to Belleville West. Here is Cole Buckman on 17 trying to answer the strike just thrown up there by Cummins, and he does. And now here is Barganier for Belleville West on 18. Gets that two-hand curveball working. Meanwhile, Evan Flowers looking for his 5th strike in a row to start this second match. And he'll get it. He and Ben Sloan have started off this second matchup with nothing but strikes. Here is Law on 18 for the Maroons. Leaves up 2. 3 in the 10. Meanwhile, Connor Hartman on 17 lets it fly. Oh, gutter ball. Those will never be a good thing to do. Just a mass of bodies down there, man. I couldn't bowl like that. I'd be like, you all have to step back. Trying to pick up the spare on 18, only got one of the 2. Meanwhile, Connor Hartman. A gutter ball his first throw, and his second one, if he can get all of them, will get a nice spare, and he does just exactly that. Now Birch on 18 for the Maroons. He will leave that 10 pin. Ben Sloan on 17 for the Kahawks. Sloan gets a strike. Here is Birch with the 10-pin spare try. Oh, just missed. Probably couldn't even fit a piece of paper in between that ball and that pin. Brandon Campbell on 17. Carter Grandicolas on 18, but it'll be Campbell first. Campbell. Well, lets it fly. Leaves up 3. Grandicolas lets it fly on 18. He'll not leave up 3. So the 5th frame is over for Belleville West. And one more try here for Brandon Campbell. As he tries to pick up this spare and send us all into the 6th frame. And he will. Nicely done there, Mr. Campbell. Coach Strom talking things over with his group before they head into the 6th. And as we have finished 5 frames, Collinsville leads 491 to 367. Here is Cole Buckman. Buckman on 18. Got too much of that head pin. Cummins on 17. Cummins, I don't know how that 7-pin, or excuse me, the 7-pin didn't fall down. It got bumped twice and still didn't go down. There's Buckman trying to pick up his spare on 18. He does. Foley will now come in for Hartman. Here is Evan Flowers on 18, looking for and getting 6 strikes in a row to start this 2nd set. Here is Barganier on 17 for the Maroons. He also picks up a strike. And Law on 17 picks up a strike. There is Foley now, who came in for Connor Hartman in the middle of this matchup. And Foley hits the head pin and leaves a sleeper for himself. This time it is the 3-9. Birch on 17 for Belleville West. He'll pick up a strike. Waiting for the beard boy chance. I still can't grow a beard that thick, and you know, I'm in my 50s. I only knew one person back when I was in high school in the late 70s, early 80s who had a beard. Wasn't a lot of that going on back when we were growing up. All right. Foley trying to pick up his sleeper over here on 18. And he does. Now Collinsville's behind. And here is Ben Sloan. Fired a 173 in his first match. Ended up winning the head-to-head match against Coy Birch. Here's Sloan on 18. Good. And so now both Evan Flowers and Ben Sloan have started off with 6 straight strikes here in this second match. Here's Brandon Campbell, who had 6 in a row back in the first match. The second frame through the 8th. Campbell on 18. Leaves that 10 pin up. So one more throw here for Campbell, and then we'll head to the 7th. Collinsville will retain the lead here after the 6th. Will it be 6-15 or 6-16 pin total? We'll make it 6-16. So Collinsville heads to the 7th frame, leading 616 pins to 445 for Belleville West. Frame number 7 just about to get underway here. Here's Cummins on 18. Good for a strike. Cole Buckman on 17, trying to answer. He does. Barganier on 18 for the Maroons. Oh boy, that was close. That one hugged that gutter line so close. Here is Evan Flowers. Flowers on 17. 7 strikes in a row. Barganier on 18 trying to pick up his spare. And he'll throw that one into the gutter. So first one was close. Second one went right in. Here is Mason Foley on 17 for Collinsville. He'll take care of a strike. It's contagious. Stephen Law for Belleville West steps up. He will leave up 1. Ben Sloan trying to keep up with his teammate Evan Flowers. Here is Sloan on 17. And he does. So Sloan and Flowers have each recorded strikes in the first 7 frames of this second matchup. Here's Law trying to pick up his spare on 18. He missed. Coy Birch on 18, but right now Brandon Campbell on 17. Campbell couldn't pick it up. Here is Birch on 18. He does. Second game of 3 for the JV squads are already over. Or about to be. Well, Belleville West has already finished. They have 5-13. Collinsville, they have one more bowler to bowl a ball, and they have 7:53. So the JV team will win that second matchup. I didn't pay attention to the first one. We'll find out all this information and attach it onto our story. At the end of this, here is Campbell on 17 picking up his spare. Carter Grandicolas on 18 will finish up frame number 7. And he'll do so with an open frame. So we head to the 8th. Collinsville increases their lead. Kahawks are now up by 200 pins, 733 to 533. Here is Cole Buckman on 18 to get things started. We're in the 8th frame. And he'll leave up that 6-10. Nathan Cummins over on 17. Cummins will pick up a strike. That's his 5th here in this second match. Cole Buckman trying to pick up his spare over here on 18, and he will. And now time for Evan Flowers. Barganier on 17. Ooh, he'll leave up a sleeper and a split. That's never a fun combination. Unless you're in bed with a banana split, then you can get your banana split and then you can go to sleep. That'd be the only combination I can think of. Nice job by Flowers. He now has 8 strikes in a row to start off this second match. As we are down to 2 frames left. There is Barganier dealing with that mess over on 17. And he will kick a field goal right between the uprights. Mason Foley for Collinsville on 18. And, oh, there you go. Get that 10 pin to fall down at the last moment. Here's Law on 17 for the Maroons. He'll knock them all down as well. Moving right along. Here is young Mr. Birch on 17 for the Maroons. He'll take care of all of them. Ben Sloan, he's having just as good a game as Evan Flowers here on 18. He'll let it rip. He does. And there you go. So Flowers and Sloan with 8 strikes here to start off. Well, we're almost to the end of the second match. Here's Grand Colas on 17 for the Maroons, and he'll leave up the 1-2-4. Brandon Campbell over here on 18. Campbell gets them all. Grand Colas on 17. Trying to pick up his spare and send us to the 9th. He does. So as we head into the 9th frame, Collinsville has extended their lead, 8:53 to 6:10. So now 243 pins up are the Kahawks. 9th frame, we switch sides. And here is Cole Buckman on 17 to lead things off here in frame number 9. Buckman picks them all up. Nathan Cummins will see if he can do the same. Over here on 18. He does. Evan Flowers is now up on 17 for Collinsville. Oh, and the streak is over, and he leaves himself an ugly split at that, man. The 4-7 on the left and the 6-10 on the right. That was a nice run. He gets a nice hand from everybody here. 8 straight strikes to start off a match, but it ends in the 9th. Here is Barganier, and he'll only pick up that 7 pin, and he'll have to get 9 on his next go-around. Meanwhile, Evan Flowers has a mess to deal with. A 4-pin split. 7-4 on the left and 6-10 on the right. Looks like he's going for the left. He does, and he'll take care of those 2 and leave 2. So the only open frame for Flowers so far. And here is Barganier on 18. After only picking up that 7 pin, he'll get a nice recovery and just leave up 1. Meanwhile, Mason Foley on 17 for the Kahawks. Foley knocks them all down. Stephen Law on 18, ready to go. That was a turkey for Foley. Law, he picks up another strike. And that's 2 in a row for him. Now we come to the fourth bowler for each side. Ben Sloan on 17 for Collinsville. And Sloan's attempt at 9 in a row. He left up the 10 pin. Man, oh man. And he'll get a nice hand too. Here is Birch on 18. He'll knock them all down. Both Kahawks got into the 9th frame with 8 straight strikes, and both of them faltered in the 9th. For Birch, that's 4 in a row for him, as Ben Sloan is now trying to pick up number 10 over here on 17. And he'll miss it. Here is Grand Colas on 18. He'll leave everything except that, or knock down everything except that 7 pin. Brandon Campbell on 17 for Collinsville. He'll take care of all of them, and with this throw by Grand Colas, we will head to the 10th. Collinsville still leads this one by a lot. 972 to 718. First up is Nathan Cummins on 17 for the Maroons. He'll knock them all down and get a couple of bonus throws. Cole Buckman on 18. He will as well. Cummins on 17, his first of 2. And he'll try to close it out with a turkey in the 10th. Cole Buckman, his second throw. And he will do the same. First, it'll be Cummins. Cummins over on 17. And he can't get it to turn. And Cummins will close out his second game with a 207. That's far below his 235 that he threw. And here comes Buckman. And Buckman will not get the strike to end it as well, but he will win the head-to-head matchup as Buckman ends up with 236. Here is a new guy, Brooks, closing out this 10th frame instead of Barganier. I don't know why you would do that on the last frame. Here is Evan Flowers, and Flowers, who had 8 straight strikes in a row before the 9th came along, leaves up another 2. Raymond Brooks on 17, bowling for Zach Barganier. That's a 2 out of the 4. So the pair of Barganier and Brooks will end up with a 138. Flowers is well above that with his 8 straight strikes to start this game off with, and he'll pick up that spare and have one more coming his way. Here is Stephen Law on 17 for the Maroons, and he will leave up the 7 pin. Evan Flowers. One last ball here in this second matchup. Law will go first on 17. And he will knock down that 7 pin. Here is Flowers. Flowers will get a strike to end it, so how about that? 9 strikes in one match. 252 is what Flowers ends up with. Beats his high. His previous high was 217. And he takes care of the head-to-head matchup against Barganier and Brooks. Now, Emilio Renteria will play. He was originally in the starting 5, but he's now in there to close this out for Stephen Law. Or excuse me, Law's already done. And, whoa. Foley already got rid of his ball before the JV kid dropped his right next to him, and Foley leaves up 2. Here is Coy Birch over on 17 for the Maroons. He'll pick up a strike and have a couple of bonus throws. And it is the 5th in a row in the strike department for young Mr. Birch. Here is Connor Foley trying to pick up his spare on 18 to give himself an extra throw. He will. Birch down 17 for the Maroons. Takes advantage of the extra throw and picks up another strike. So far, Collinsville has won the head-to-head matches in the first 2. Number 3 bowler for Belleville West is already done with a 180, waiting for Hartman. Or excuse me, Foley to finish up over here on 18. Here is Coy Birch in his final throw here in the second match. And he will end up with 7 straight strikes to end this game. Ends up with a very respectable 225. Here is Foley on 18 and still left up that 6-10 pin. And Collinsville wins their 3rd head-to-head match, 237 to 180. And now Ben Sloan over here on 18 awaits his first try. He also had 8 straight strikes to start off this second match. But right now he is trying to hold off the 225 put up there by Birch, which he's already passed. So we'll be good in that department. What's up with that 6-10 down there not falling anymore? Grand Colas knocks tail on his spare, so he'll have an extra throw. Sloan trying to pick up an extra throw himself, and he will. Grand Colas has 1 more left. And that's it. He'll leave up 2. And Carter dropped from his 225 of his first game to 157 here in this 4th game. And here is Ben Sloan with his final throw. He'll win his head-to-head matchup as well. He'll do so without a strike, but you know what? After bowling a 173 in his first match, I'm sure that he'll be totally happy with a 255. So now it is up to Brandon Campbell, and Campbell already starts with a 4-pin lead over Grand Colas. So Collinsville is going to win all 5 head-to-head matchups here in this second match and are well out in front as far as total pins are concerned. Just a matter of how many total pins after Campbell gets his crack at it here, and he'll get 2 extra throws to boot. And a turkey for Mr. Campbell. JV teams are almost halfway through their 3rd and final match. First of the final 2 for Campbell. Leaves up the 10-pin. Campbell, that 9 pins just put him over 200 for this game. He's at 209 right now. Collinsville only won 2 of the 5 head-to-head matchups in that first match, but they're going to win all 5 here in this second match. Campbell, one more ball coming his way, and he's just trying to pick up that 10 pin to end this one. And here is Campbell's try. He will do so. Campbell ends up with a 210. Collinsville wins all of the head-to-head matchups. They win the second overall. Oh, man, you already took down the first one? Well, 1,143 to something. I didn't write it down fast enough, I guess, before they already took it off the screen. We'll find out. Don't you worry. We will find out. Anyway, match number 2 is in the books. Third and final match coming up here in just a moment as we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. And once again, we welcome you back to Camelot Bowl here in Collinsville, as we have played 2 matches and we are tied 1-1. So this is a winner-take-all third matchup. First frame is just about ready to end, and I'm going to have to step aside for a moment. So once again, we'll let you enjoy the ambiance of Camelot Bowl here for just a moment. Hello. I'm back. You know, unlike other sports, when you have like half times and stuff, you can go take care of some stuff. But, you know, when you're doing a bowling thing, there's no time to do that. Oh, boy, what'd I get caught on? Ugh. How in the world does that even happen? Somehow or another, I got my cord caught under the chair. We'll try this again. Get back up on my perch here and let everybody know what's going on. Oh. All right, we are through, almost through the second frame. And here is Carter Grandcolas on 18, and he is going to throw the final ball in frame 2, and it's right down the middle, unfortunately. The 6 and the 10 pin are off to the right-hand side. So right now, after 2 frames in the books, Collinsville up 150 to 108. And it appears the only one riding with 2 strikes in the first 2 frames is going to be Cole Buckman on 18, but first, Cummins on 17 leaves up 2. Here is Buckman on 18. And he starts off with 3 strikes in a row. A turkey to start. JV teams, they have the 8th, 9th, and 10th left. They're in the middle of the 7th right now, and then their night will be over. Here's Cummins over on 17. Meanwhile, Evan Flowers on 18. Up to the line as well. Cummins will pick up his spare. Flowers, who had 8 strikes in a row to start off that second match, over here on 18, leaves up a pin. He started with a spare and then a strike in the second. He and Ben Sloan hit 8 straight strikes to start off that second match. Looks like girls bowling has wrapped up their practice. Lady Kahawks were in here practicing as they start this weekend. Here is Brooks on 17 for Belleville West, and he'll take down the left side, leave up the right side. Flowers over here on trying to get that last pin, and he couldn't, just went right around it. So each team has won a match. Winner take all here in match number 3. Brooks on 17. Will pick up his spare. Brooks came in for Barganier in the closing moments of the last match. Here is Mason Foley, who started off as the number 1 bowler, then went out in place of Buckman, and then Foley came back in to take Connor Hartman's place, and he leaves up 2. Here is Stephen Law, who left up 3. I think that's Law, or is that Renteria now? It's Law, back to Law, okay. Law will go on 17. He'll miss 1, get 2. Here is Flowers on 18. Or excuse me, Foley on 18. He'll only pick up 1. Coy Birch on 17. He'll miss the head pin, and he'll leave himself an ugly mess that consists of the 1, 2, and 10. Here's Ben Sloan. Sloan for Collinsville on 18, working on a spare and a strike in his first 2. He'll leave up 3. Coy Birch over here with a mess on 17, trying to clean up. He will just get the 1. Ben Sloan on 18. Renteria did sub for Law. Well, he's going to sub for Law now. Grand Colas over on 17, leaves up 2. Here is Sloan going for his 3, and he'll leave up the 1 behind. That sleeper pin, always a problem. So Stephen Law will go have a seat again, and Renteria will take his place, starting in this 4th. Here is Brandon Campbell. Campbell with a 236 in his first game and a 210 in his second game. He has a spare and a strike in his first 2 frames. And he will have a split, a 4-pinner. 7-4 on the left, 6-10 on the right. Those are not fun. Despite what happens here with young Mr. Campbell, Collinsville will still lead after 3 frames. And he'll take out the left side, leave the right side up. So after 3 frames, Collinsville still leads 250 to 178. Still a long way to go here. We begin frame number 4 after we switch sides. And here is Cole Buckman on 17. No waiting on 17 because there's nobody playing on 16. That'll be the case over here on 18 too here in a couple of frames when the JV team finishes up. Buckman picks up his 4th strike in a row to start this 3rd match off with. And Cummins does the same over here on 18, only it's not 4 in a row, it's just the 1. Here is Flowers on 17. And he does the same thing, man. 7-4 on the left and 6-10 on the right. Here is Raymond Brooks. Brooksy. Yeah, that's what I say. Throw up those hands like, why didn't the last one fall down? Here's Flowers. Flowers on 17. We'll take out also the left side, leave the right side standing. Brooks on 18 trying to pick up his spare. He does. Mason Foley on 17 for Collinsville. And he'll take care of all of them. Emilio Renteria up on 18. He'll nick the left side of that head pin, take care of the rest. Here's Ben Sloan now on 17 for the Kahawks. Yeah, nice job there. There's Coy Birch on 18. Birch takes care of all of them as well. Zooming right along here. Brandon Campbell on 17 for the Kahawks. Final bowler here in this 4th frame for Collinsville. And he'll leave up the 10 pin. Carter Grand Colas will throw it down 18. He's the final bowler for the Maroons, and he will have an earlier seat than Brandon Campbell. Campbell trying to pick up that 10. Collinsville will retain the lead after this 4th frame. And he'll send us to the 5th with a spare. So after 4 complete frames, Collinsville still out front, 318 to 257. High match of this matchup right now was the 255 that Ben Sloan turned in the second matchup. Evan Flowers was right behind him with 252 as both of those young men ended up with 8 straight strikes to start off that match. The 9th frame did both of them in. Cole Buckman, 5 straight strikes to start off this 3rd match. Cummins over on 17 trying to pick up a spare, and he does not. Here is Evan Flowers on 18 now for Collinsville. No, got that. The last second, the 7 and the 10 fall. There's Raymond Brooks on 17 now for the Maroons. Brooks, whoa, throws it in the gutter. So now Mason Foley on 18 for Collinsville. Couldn't get those final 2 to fall. Brooks over on 17 trying to pick up a 10-pin spare. Well, that's a little bit more down the middle, but he'll leave up 3. as Mason Foley gets ready to try to pick up his 2-pin spare on 18. Gets that curve going in there. Man, that was a nice ball. That one had a lot of angle to it. Here's Renteria on 17 now for Belleville West. He'll pick up a strike. Now it's Ben Sloan's turn on 18 for the Kahawks. JVers are into their 10th frame on their final match of the night. And Sloan knocks them all down. Here is Birch on 17. And he'll leave up the 8-pin. Oh, excuse me, the 9-pin. Brandon Campbell on 18 for the Kahawks. He lets it rip. Tried to give it some body language, and it worked out for him as Birch on 17 picks up his spare. Collinsville is finished with the 5th, and Carter Grand Colosse will see if he can finish it out with one shot here on 17 for Belleville West. And, oh man, cannot believe that 7-pin didn't fall. So one more pin before we are finished with the 5th. Carter back up on 17, ready to let it fly. He does. And he'll take care of that pesky 7-pin, and we will head to the 6th frame. Collinsville still on the lead, 418 to 342. Looks like Collinsville has a 573 to 501 lead over here on this JV side. I know Collinsville picked up the victory in the 2nd set, so the JVers look like they're having some fun. Here is Nathan Cummings for Belleville West on 18. He'll leave up a split. There's Cole Buckman on 17. 5 strikes in a row to start this 3rd and final set off with. And he will not get that lucky on number 6. So Behringer is back in the game. He'll take the place of Coy Birch for the Maroons here in this 3rd set. We're halfway through it. There's Buckman. Buckman picks up his spare. Brooks on 18 for the Maroons. Down it goes. Didn't get that curve enough, and he left himself an opening there between the 1st pin and the 6th pin. Here's Flowers on 17, and he can't get that 7-pin to fall either. Brooks. Down 18. Got 2. Here's Flowers trying to pick up his 7-pin, down on 17 now for Collinsville. And he couldn't get it to turn tight enough to pick up that 7-pin. JVers are going to win this 3rd match. They have one more bowler left and are already up 602 to 521. Here's Renteria on 18, back to the varsity side of things for the Maroons. They'll knock down, well, make it 8. I was about ready to say 7. Mason Foley on 17 now for Collinsville. Foley lets it fly. And he'll take care of all of them. Renteria trying to pick up that 6-10 over here on 18. He does. Ben Sloan now on 17 for Collinsville. Sloan leaves up the 10. So they finally took the nail out of the one holding down the 7 pin, and they put it over on the 10 side, right? Here's Barganier on 18, and he will wipe out the left side, leave the right side up. 6:15 to 5:21, the JV team wins. And I believe that they won the night, and that'll do it for the JVers, so no one on either side now of this varsity matchup, so they will no longer have to wait for the person in the lane next to them to get finished. Here is Barganier on 18, trying to pick up his spare, and he will. Brandon Campbell on 17. Campbell. Carter Grand Colas over here on 18. Picks up a strike after the final pin took its time going down. Brandon Campbell's got himself a mess to deal with over here on 17. He's got the 6-9-10 on the left and the 4-7 on the right. Make that backwards. 4-7 on the left, 6-9-10 on the right. Campbell will try to pick this up now. Here he goes. Nope. Only managed to get the 10 pin out of that one. I guess I'm getting some tired arms out there. So after 6 in the books, Collinsville up 5-26 to 4-22. So the Cahoks have a 104 pin lead right now as we begin the 7th. Here is Cole Buckman, right down the middle. And Cummings on 17, and Cummins knocks them all down. Buckman trying to pick up his spare over here on 18. He's got the 3 and the 6 pin left. Oh, only could get the 3. Here is Raymond Brooks on 17 now for the Maroons. Brooks missed the head pin, but still managed to knock down 7 of the 10. There's Flowers now on 18 for Collinsville. Ooh, couldn't get that pin to fall into it, eh? Brooks on 17 for Belleville West. He takes care of his spare, and now Evan Flowers trying to take care of his on 18, and he missed it. .104 pin lead now. Down in getting in a little jeopardy here. Here's Renteria on 17. He'll leave up 2. Mason Foley on 18 for Collinsville. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There's the Beard Boy. Somebody was waiting for the Beard Boy chant. Renteria on 17. Picks up his spare. Ben Sloan on 18 for Collinsville. Got them all down except for one. Barganier on 17. Gets that curve going in there. He knocks them all down. This is the 3rd and deciding match of the night Collinsville lost the first match, picked up the second match, so whoever wins this third and final one will win the night. Kahawks were in control, and they're still in control, but I think they might lose a few pins here on this 7th frame. Here is Sloan trying to pick up his spare. He does. Brandon Campbell on 18. As Belleville West has already finished with their 5. So now Campbell will finish it up for Collinsville. Can he do it in 1 ball or 2? We're about to find out. Campbell lets it rip. And he'll take care of it in 1. And that is 7 now in the books. And Collinsville now out front by 101 pins. So they only dropped 3 pins in that frame, but still, with the 8th, 9th, and 10th left, you don't want to drop any more. 101 pin lead is nice. And here is Cole Buckman getting the 8th frame started on lane 17, and he will leave up 1. Nathan Cummins on 18. He won't leave up a single pin. Buckman trying to pick up the 8 pin over here on lane 17. And he does. Raymond Brooks now on 18. Brooksy will pick up 1. Connor Hartman is now going to jump into the game for Evan Flower. In the meantime, on 17, Hartman gets that strike. Renteria on 18. He will pick up a strike as well. Mason Foley on 17 now for the Kahawks. Foley gets it to curve, but can't get any better result than a split. Here is Zach Barganier on 18. For the Maroons, and that one's going to go right at the head pin, but he's going to be left with a 4-7-6-10. Splitsville, USA over here on 17 and 18. Mason Foley, the first one to go on 17. Here it is. He will only, oh boy, that was close. Woo-hoo. And each of them got 2, but Belleville West leaves up 2. Collinsville leaves up 1. Here is Ben Sloan now for the Kahawks on 17. And a strike. Grand Coloss on 18 leaves himself the same spare that Hartman just had up a minute ago. So Brandon Campbell on 17 will try to end the 8th frame on a high note here. And he can't. Here's Grand Coloss trying to pick up his spare. He doesn't hit any of them. So one more ball coming up for Brandon Campbell, and that'll end the 8th frame. Collinsville will still be in the lead. Went from a 104 pin lead to a 101 pin lead. Here is Campbell on 17. He will pick up his spare. And Collinsville still maintains their lead, but now it is down to 91. 686 for Collinsville. 111. Went back up. There's a strike by Cole Buckman. He started off with 5 straight strikes before he ran into spares in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Now here in the 9th, he's back on the strike bandwagon. Here's Cummings on 17. He'll pick up a strike as well. Nice head-to-head matchup. Strike for strike. Hartman picks up a strike on 18. Brooks over on 17 for the Maroons, trying to match. He does. Mason Foley on 18 for Collinsville. Has that big curve and just got it right on. Foley gives way to Renteria. Renteria on 17. He answers. Here is Ben Sloan now on 18. Sloan, and the strike parade continues. Here is Barganier on 17 for the Maroons. Strikes flying all over the place. And they continue. Everybody's got a strike here in the 9th so far. And we're down to the final bowler in each team. Here is Brandon Campbell for Collinsville on 18. And he just couldn't join the hit parade. Carter Grand Colosso on 17. We'll see if he can make it a 5 straight strike 9th frame for his team. Carter's ready on 17. Here it comes. He does. Campbell trying to at least get out of here with a spare on this 9th frame. And he will. Wow, that was a tough matchup there in the 9th frame. Collinsville still has the lead, 775 to 687, so the gap is closed a little bit. As we head to the 10th and final frame, Collinsville will finish it out on lane 17. Belleville West will finish it out on lane 18. Here is Buckman on 17, and he gets them all down. Boy, that last pin, that 6 pin, just fell right at the last moment. Here's Cummins. Cummins on 18. Can't get that last pin to fall. Cole Buckman on 17. Couple of extra throws to work with here. Down 17 it goes, and he will not get that 7 pin to fall. He'll win the head-to-head matchup, though. Here is Cummins. He'll take care of his spare and have one more coming his way. But he's already down 234 to 174 to Buckman. Buckman, one final ball left here. And he takes care of it. For Buckman, he will finish up with a 235. And Cummins can't knock them all down, and he will lose the head-to-head matchup, 235 to 183. There's Hartman. Hartman picks up a strike. And here is Raymond Brooks on 18. And Brooks will have a couple of extra as well. Hartman. On 17. Leaves up 2. Brooks on 18 now for the Maroons. Can't do it a second time. Knocks down 5, leaves up 5. Hartman on 17, trying to pick up his spare. Close head-to-head battle here. And Hartman can't complete the deal. And Hartman will end up with a 170. Meanwhile, Brooks on 18 comes in with a 158, knocks down the rest of his pins. And he will end up with a 163. So Hartman squeaks that one out. So already 2 head-to-head matches won here. And here is Mason Foley for Collinsville on 17. Foley turns it back in there, leaves the 10-pin. Emilio Renteria on 18 now for Collinsville, or excuse me, Belleville West. He will try for the spare to get that one extra ball. Foley, all he has to do is pick up that 10-pin, and he'll have an extra. Another close head-to-head matchup here. And Foley picks it up. And we'll have one more coming his way. Renteria trying to do the same thing over here on 18. And he will. So extra ball for each. Foley will go first on 17. Here it is. There you go. That's the way to end it out. Beard Boy, 183 for Foley. And here comes the final one for Renteria, and he'll take a strike. And he will end up with a 180. So Collinsville wins another head-to-head match. 183 to 180. The other one was 170 to 163. These are getting close. Here is Ben Sloan. He'll take care of 9 of the 10. Meanwhile, Barganier will take a strike. On 17, Sloan. He can't pick up that 10-pin, so he's done for the night. But I think he already had enough of a lead that it won't matter, maybe. We'll see. Here comes Barganier on 18. 193 for Sloan. And Barganier leaves up 2. And that puts him right now at 171, so yeah. Here is Brandon Campbell. Campbell, strike. Trying to close out with a high note. Barganier has a small split to pick up, and he can't get it done. Leaves that 10-pin sitting there. And he'll end up with a 172. So Sloan wins that head-to-head matchup. Here is Carter Grande-Colas, and he will pick up a strike on his first one as well. Another close matchup here to end with. Here is Brandon Campbell, who right now he is trailing by 10. Oh, got 9. Carter Grande-Colas down 18. He'll also take care of 9. Final ball of the night for Brandon Campbell, who had a 236 his first game, a 210 in his second game, and right now sits at a 166. Here is the final throw for Collinsville. Good for a spare. And Grand Colosse does the same thing. And that's the only matchup here in the second that Collinsville did not win, as Grand Colosse wins that 186 to 167. Collinsville wins the match in the night. 948 for Collinsville, 884 for Belleville West. So Collinsville victorious here this evening as they take 2 of the 3 matches and get a number of the head-to-head matchups after that first round anyway. So that is going to bring us into the post-game program, brought to you by Cafe Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape, home of the Kahok chicken sandwich and a lot more. They offer catering, some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Give Cafe Agape a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Post-game show heads your way next on the Kahok Sports Network. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And once again, we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network as your Collinsville Kahawks are victorious here tonight against the Belleville West Maroons, as Collinsville won 2 of the 3 matches, and after they dropped 3 of the first head-to-head matches of the first set, they really took off and kind of righted the ship there, and after that, Collinsville picks up the big win. And joining us now is Collinsville's head coach, Sean Hay. Coach, that was a nice comeback, man. I was a little worried about you guys there after that first one.
You and me both. Yeah, they were just not hitting their rhythm like they normally are, and unfortunately, we've set a little bit of a pattern of digging a hole and then trying to get out of it. And the good news is they're finding ways to get out of it. So I'm looking forward to practice tomorrow so we can fix a few things and go forward from here.
Yeah, I have a couple of things I want to point out was the 2 kids that had 8 strikes in a row to start off that second game, man. You were talking about Evan Flowers and Ben Sloan. What a performance by both of them at the same time, and then wouldn't luck have it that they both missed on the 9th frame?
That's actually, it's one of those things where that kind of stuff is contagious. So just like strikes can be contagious, some of that the nerves can get to you. So I don't think either one of them have bowled a 300 yet. So it's one of those things they were both starting to think about it quite a bit, especially when you get to late in the game.
Yeah, well, a 255 and a 252 is nothing to shake your head at.
Absolutely. You know, I totally understand. I mean, most bowlers have been in the situation where you start getting nervous because it's something you try for all the time, and then when it's getting closer, you can almost taste it. They get a little nervous. So.
How's the arm strength right now when you get to these third and final sets of the night, man? Those arms start feeling like noodles?
Actually, this group bowls all the time, so they're conditioned for it. So that we're conditioned for the long haul. We're the 6 games and beyond kind of tournaments. Matter of fact, a lot of them bowl tournaments that go up to 10 games. So their conditioning should be fine.
How did your JVers do tonight?
The JV won. They won the first 2 games for sure. I was not able to see. Let me take a look.
They won the 3rd one.
They won the 3rd one too. Good. Clean sweep.
Clean
Nice.
sweep. I like clean sweeps.
Absolutely. The first one was close.
Yeah. All right. So what's next? What's next on the list of things to do besides the practice tomorrow?
Our girls team opens the season at High Top, like we mentioned before. And then the next week is going to be a pretty busy week. We're going to have Monday. We're going to be, let's see, I think we have a Fallon. And then on Tuesday we have our charity challenge, which we're really looking forward to. The charity challenge is going to be at Taylorville. A little bit of a drive, but we're raising money for the American Cancer Society. And so if anybody is paying attention, would like to donate to that, you can hit us up on our Facebook, and you can sponsor a bowler, or you can just do a flat donation. Just let us know what you'd like to pledge, and we'll be more than happy to get in contact with you and make it work.
And the girls were here practicing earlier, weren't they?
Absolutely. All time is precious at this point. I mean, the tournament's coming up, and the holiday takes them a couple of days. So.
Well, we'll see the girls on December 1st as you and the boys and the girls take on Edwardsville. So we'll be here we'll be here to cover that one for you. Thank you for your visit, sure. And have yourself and your family a happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Sean Hay, your Collinsville Kahawk head bowling coach here for the boys and the girls. Boys win here tonight. They took 2 out of the 3 games and outmatched the head-to-head matchups against Belleville West as well. So that's going to do it for us. We are back in action tomorrow from the McKendree Recplex in O'Fallon. We're back on the ice. We're going to get cold once again as your Collinsville Kahawks take on the team comprised of Belleville East and Belleville West High School. They're just called Belleville. That game is scheduled for 9 o'clock, so we'll be on the air and around 8:45 for the pregame show on that one. Big thanks to Coach Hay joining us on the pre and the post-game show. And until tomorrow evening, my name is Todd Duke, and you all have a enjoy the rest of this evening.